Thing that I'm learning out here, trying to, when you go to a hurricane, obviously.
Now, if you want a trip to Hutchinson, Kansas on a game show like Jeopardy, odds are you'd be pretty disappointed. But for the Raiders, that was their goal all season. The strawberry grouper weighs about 2 or 3 pounds, or, well, 3 of these bags of Snickers. And the biggest one ever caught and recorded, until now, weighed 6 pounds 1 ounce, or, well, about 4 more bags of Snickers. As for the one that Jeff caught, well, I don't know how well this really makes my point. I just wanted to see if my boss would buy 16 pounds of Snickers. All Robert wanted to know was the weather.
I was watching, actually, Joe Moore at the 6 o'clock evening news one night, time where any kid could be watching TV, and I'm turning it to the local radar, and I missed the channels, and I'm surfing back.
But he found something else.
And on the screen is some explicit adult video. A adult XXX adult station that's supposed to be blocked out, but is not completely blocked out.
Nestled between Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and C-SPAN, viewers can find...
Do you do this for all your employees?
No, but I have owed you a favor for some time now.
Hardcore, very hardcore, women with women, men with guys, men with women, XXX rated movies.
Cable companies send a signal through on pay channels to scramble things up, but sometimes everything will sync up just right, or, well, just wrong, depending on your point of view.
I've told 2 or 3 people this, and it's at first kind of like, oh, really? You know, and everybody has the right to see what they want to do at any time.
And if this is something you'd rather not see...
Now, where do you learn that move?
Your cable provider can put stronger blocks on your home. Jake Bell, News Channel 7.
Harden, the deep drop this time, pump fake.
With the hit he took and the damage did, you might think stepping back onto a football field would be the last thing Shelton Cox would ever want to do. But as he faced his second knee surgery in less than a month...
I could play next year, but I was shooting for my sophomore year in college, using my freshman year to get my strength back up and get my speed back up again.
It makes me worry. That he's still wanting to do it, still wanting to play football. But I know it's not something you can cut it loose. He's been playing since he was so small, since he was a little boy.
He may not have a choice. It seems like 10 years of hard work on the football field should outweigh a 1-second-long tackle.
Well, when you dislocate your knee, it's pretty much a career-ending injury. The hope is just again to be able to walk normal and be able to do daily activities.
For the last decade, Shelton has worked hard to succeed on the football field, but now he'll have to show that same kind of dedication in rehab, just to walk again.
Just been doing a lot of stretching, like pulling my leg back, working on the range of motion and working on my extension, trying to get to where I lock at 0 degrees.
He's happy to talk about the future.
So right now I'm looking into majoring in college in computer programming at Florida A&M University and pursue a career in the computer field.
But it's what he doesn't mention.
Hopefully start my own business later on down the road.
That gets your attention.
It hit pretty hard Friday night when I called one of our teammates to see, get the details about the game, then realizing then that, hey, that's it. It's going to be like no more footballs.
Heeding doctors' warnings that one more hit could put him in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, Shelton took himself out of the game that he loves. But you can't take the game out of Shelton.
Playing for now is pretty much out of the question, but I thought about doing some coaching like the Pop Warner leagues and stuff like that and still find a way to keep myself part of the game even though I can't play anymore.
Some people want to be king for a day, but after more than 30 years ruling over Panama City Beach, King Neptune may abdicate the throne.
The city's been trying to get the king taken down for a few years, and I finally decided if somebody wants it, I can't fight him anymore with the sign ordinances.
The fight seems to have taken its toll on the royal ruler, too. But where does a king go to retire?
Oh, I don't think there's any place better than Panama City Beach. I don't know. He's a little big to play shuffleboard.
For 3 decades, the king has served as a role model to his colleagues.
Yeah, man, he's been doing this since I was a calf. If he retires, he's going to leave some big shoes to fill.
But these big shoes may be exactly what you're looking for. Shopping for somebody who seems to have everything? Well, why not slip this under the tree? Or I guess slip the tree under this.
I could actually paint his beard white and put a Santa hat on him and have a 40-foot Santa standing in my front yard. That would be kind of neat, too.
Blaine Lashbrook's Christmas display is pretty elaborate, but he wouldn't mind getting even bigger.
I've got the manger on that side of the driveway over there, and I've got 3 kings visiting. We could possibly add a 4th king coming to visit the baby Jesus.
With all his experience greeting beach visitors, you might think the king could get a job at City Hall. But having the mayor and the king in the same place poses an awful security risk.
No, that would not be good. No, he couldn't be here. He'd have to be at some location that was a secret that only I knew. And the fish would be able to see him, and divers could see him, and I couldn't see him.
Adults get to have all the fun: driving, voting, suing people. Ooh, wait.
It just kind of leaves you speechless.
In Miami, a judge has decided even young kids can sue. No, younger. Younger than this.
I thought maybe if I was 6, I probably wouldn't be able to do it because I can't drive.
The case in Miami in state court is not of that type. It's a very serious case in which a kid who was badly damaged is suing the mother for her negligent driving, thereby injuring that kid permanently and seriously. It's the same as that mother driving poorly and running over somebody on a sidewalk.
But why does it have to end with car accidents? I mean, I like to blame people for my problems. Why can't I sue my mom because I'm getting fat and I have flat feet?
Oh man, there's always things I'd love to change, but I'm not going to sue my mom for it. She did the best she could, and God gave us what we have, so we got to live with it or go to a plastic surgeon.
We have an adversarial court system where there are witnesses on both sides of a case. It weeds out the trivial things and things that courts don't want to get to.
But you never know what's a legitimate case until you try.
Daytime, yeah, I wish I could stay up for a little bit for later. I wish I could stay up later.
So you think maybe taking her to court is the answer to that problem?
Yes, sir.